Hello, welcome. Today we're going to begin with a little seated meditation, just a breathing exercise. So come to a cross-legged seat, Sukhasana. Hands can come to the knees. Let the shoulders soften and the elbows release down. And close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out through the nose. Inhale. Exhale through the nose. Inhale. Exhale. And as you breathe, notice your posture. Notice if your shoulders are over the hips or if you are leaning forward ever so slightly, or maybe you're leaning back. And see if you can come to a nice tall spine, head directly over the sacrum. And then we'll take a mudra, a grounding mudra, bringing your ring finger to your thumb, palms are facing up. And continuing to breathe in this manner. See where you can release tension simply by focusing your thoughts on your breath. Let everything else go. Release any worries and allow yourself to focus on the breath and the movement for the remainder of this practice. On an inhale, open the eyes as your arms reach to the sky. Exhale as you twist to the right. Left hand comes to the knee, right arm behind you. Your gaze is at the horizon. You're twisting from the spine as opposed to simply gazing back. Inhale, come back to center, reach tall. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, return to center, reach tall, then release the right hand to your side. Inhale, left arm reaches even taller. Feel the rib cage expanding. Lean on over to the right, but really root down into the left hip. Gaze can go up, open up the heart. Inhale, come back to center. Release the left hand to the earth. Right arm reaches even taller. And then hinge on over to the left as the right hip roots in. Gaze up. Slowly come back to center and make your way to a tabletop position. Hands are directly underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhale, lift chin, chest, tailbone for cow pose. Feel the belly stretch here. Exhale, round the back to come into cat. Inhale to return to cow. Exhale, coming into cat. Come to a neutral spine and now flip the hands so that the fingers point to the knees. Nice deep stretch for the forearms here. A little bit of a stretch for the wrists as well. Some people are out gardening and doing things as spring weather is here that you wouldn't normally do. And so it's important to stretch some of those muscles as well. Flip the hands back around. Keep the right hand just as it is, but now flip the left hand so the top of the hand is on the mat. Fingers are pointed toward the knee. This might be a really deep stretch for you. It might not be. You can bend your elbow out to the side if that helps. There are many variations, and that's because we all have a variety of lengths of muscles, and our bodies are all different. So take the variation that works for you. Flip that left hand around and we'll take the other side, root into the left hand, and then flip the top of the hand onto the mat of the right hand. And you might notice, like in my case, it's a little bit tighter on this side. I just play around, bending the elbow out to the side, seeing what that feels like. A little bit more weight toward the wrist side, and then a little bit more weight toward the finger side. And flip that hand back around. Inhale for a cow pose. Exhale for cat. Coming to that neutral spine. Send the left leg long behind you, toes on the earth. Feel that stretch there. Then spin the foot flat as we come into a side plank variation. The left hand reaches to the sky. Gaze can follow. Breathe in deeply. Reach that arm overhead. Bicep is close to the ear. Fingertips reaching. Palm faces down. Just keep rooting into that left foot. Feel that stretch in the side body. See if you can push the hips forward. And then release that hand to the earth. Knee returns to the earth, and we'll take the opposite side. Right leg goes long behind you. Spin the sole of the foot down, slight angle with that left leg as the right arm reaches to the sky. Root into the right foot. Feel that firm foundation in the right leg. And then reach the right arm overhead. Bicep is close to the ear. Push the hips forward. Feel the glute releasing toward the heel. Right hand to the earth, tabletop position. Tuck the toes under, walk the hands forward, downward facing dog. You might take a little bit of a knee bend here. You might lift the heels to the sky. Everyone has their own down dog variation when we first come into this pose. Eventually settle into stillness. Take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, push the chest toward thighs. Inhale to lift the belly and the hips higher. Exhale, push the hamstrings back. Take a deep breath in and out. Walk the hands to the feet. We'll take a ragdoll here. Feet are hip distance apart. Hinge forward, deep knee bend so that your palms are flat on the earth. Gaze right through the legs. Making a picture frame of the face. Sway a little bit side to side here to release those hamstrings and the low back. Hands release to the earth. Toe heel your feet together. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, root down to rise tall. Tadasana, arms reach to the sky. Hips stay center. Exhale, twist to the right. Right arm reaches back, left arm forward. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, return to center. Exhale, hands to the heart. Samastitihi, gaze over the fingers, close the eyes. Feel the knees and thighs lift. The belly draws in. Shoulders roll back. We'll take a cycle of breath here in gratitude for someone or something in your day today. And a cycle of breath in forgiveness of yourself or of another. And a cycle of breath to set an intention. I am, and fill in that blank. I am kind. I am brave. Whatever it is that you need to practice on and off your mat today. Release your arms to your sides, palms facing forward. Opening the eyes. On an inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, hinge forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, walk the hands forward, high plank. Pause here. Elbows, shoulders, wrists are in line. Push through the heels, draw the belly in, engage the thighs. Know that another variation is to be on the knees here. And then we'll shift our face forward, lower all the way down to the belly. We'll take a cobra pose here. Inhale, lift chin and chest. Exhale to lower. 2 more of those. Inhale, lift chin and chest. Let the shoulders fall away from the ears. Exhale to lower. 1 more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower. Push back to the knees and back to down dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, right leg lifts hip height. Exhale, step it forward, low lunge. Release the left knee to the earth. Inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, goal post the arms. Inhale, arms reach tall. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, hands to the earth. Walk that right heel forward a little bit. Keep your hips right over that knee. And now point your right toes. So you should feel a nice stretch. Maybe it's not so nice on the top of the foot into the shin. Lift the shin toward the knee as you reach the big toe forward. And then we'll flex the foot. Reach the hips back a little bit more. Feeling this stretch in the hamstring. And then we'll release that side. Step into the right foot to lift the back knee and step back into down dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, left leg lifts high. Exhale to step it forward, low lunge. Release the right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, goal post the arms, gaze up. Inhale, reach tall. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come to center. Exhale, hands to the earth, keeping the hip over that right knee. Toe heel your left foot forward so that you can point those toes. Left toes may touch the earth here and feel that stretch in the top of the foot, the ankle, the shin. And then we'll flex the foot, bringing the stretch to the back of the leg. You might kind of heel that foot forward a little bit more and then sink the hips back toward your right heel. And really, my hips are still over my knee. It's just that motion of reaching back that deepens the stretch. And then we'll release that side, coming back so that your knee is directly over the ankle. Tuck the back toes under, lift that back knee, and this time step it forward, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, root down to rise tall, and we'll take some sun A's here. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale to lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping it back. High plank to low plank. Lead with the chest, not the hips. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, Tadasana. Exhale, hinging, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale. Exhale out all of the air. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise. One more, sun A. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale. Exhale out all of the air. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Shift the weight into the heels here. Avoid collapsing the ankles inward. And see if you can release the tailbone a little bit closer to the earth as you round the low back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step the left foot back. Low lunge here. Root into the left hand, reach the right arm high for a low lunge twist. Hand releases to the earth, spin the back heel down, rise up, warrior one. Exhale to open up, warrior two. Centering your shoulders over the hips here. Sinking into the pose so that the front knee is stacked over the ankle. Feeling that stretch in the inside of the left leg. Inhale, flip the front palm, reach forward first and then reverse your warrior. Check in with that front knee, make sure it's tracking toward the pinky toe side of the foot. Exhale, windmill the hands down to the earth, step it back, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Exhale it all out. Inhale, come to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Sink into those heels a little bit more. And remember, there are many variations. You might be reaching further forward, or you might have a straighter back than I do. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, step the right foot back, low lunge. Root into the right hand, reach the left hand high, low lunge twist. Hand releases to the air, spin the back heel down. Inhale, warrior one. Set your drishti here. Pay attention to your low back. If you have any pain back there, you might be reaching too far back. So bring yourself forward a little bit. It also helps to really push down into your left heel. Inhale, reach taller. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Set your gaze, your drishti right over the front fingertips and listen to your cycle of breath. On an inhale, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Stretch out that left rib cage. Really reach the lowest rib away from the hip crease. On an exhale, hands come down to the earth. Stepping it back, high plank, lower halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So we'll flow that one breath per movement, finding some meditation in the movement and in our breath. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it all out. Inhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step the left foot back. Inhale, right arm reaches tall, twist. Exhale, lower the hand. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale it to the earth. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Deep breath in. Exhale it all out. Inhale to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, right foot steps back, low lunge. Inhale, left hand reaches tall. Exhale, hand to the earth. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale it to the earth. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it all out. Come to a child's pose. We allow our forehead to release down on the earth here. Hands reach forward. Soften the elbows and the shoulders and let the hips sink back. Bring your thoughts back to your breath. Let the inhale fully nourish the body. And let the exhale cleanse you of whatever you need to get rid of today. And we'll rise back up to a downward facing dog. On an inhale, lift that right leg, three-legged downward dog. Exhale, knee to right tricep. Lower the knee to the wrist. Lift to the tricep, send it high. Exhale, knee to the nose. Lower the knee to the mat. Lift it into the chest, send it high. Exhale, knee to left tricep. Lower to the wrist. Lift, send it high to the sky. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest, step it forward. Spin the back heel flat. Rise up, warrior one. So we've been here before. Allow the lower body to fully surrender into the pose. Really push into your left heel to stretch that back calf. And push down into the right heel to strengthen the right quadricep. straighten the front leg. Step the back foot in a little bit and bring the knuckles behind the back, pushing them into one another. Elbows open up to the side. Draw the belly in. Send the gaze up. Exhale to hinge forward halfway. Find length in the spine as you reach your face a little bit further forward and then lower into a pyramid variation. Lift the torso just halfway. Airplane the arms, reaching fingertips away from the crown of the head. Go ahead and bend the front knee and then come into airplane pose. Step into it, lifting that back leg to hip height. Dial down the left shoulder and the hip. On an inhale, make your way to one-legged mountain pose. I had to step down, draw that left knee into the chest. Reach the right hand forward, grabbing that knee. Left arm reaches behind you for a twist. Belly draws in. As you find your steady, you may be able to gaze back to your left thumb. And then release that foot to the earth. Inhale, arms reach to the sky. Tadasana. Big toes are together. Sink into a chair pose. Utkatasana here. Squeezing the inner thighs and knees toward one another. Right hand comes to the hip. Left arm reaches a little bit taller. Exhale, twist to your right. Hands come together at heart center. Sink the hips a little bit lower as you lift the heart. You are welcome to stay here in this chair twist. I'm going to turn toward you to show you how you might come to a side crow. It's just an option. Release your bum to your heels so you're balancing on the balls of your feet. Stay with the twist. And then that right elbow comes outside of the right hip. Left elbow stays on the outside of the thigh. Spread the fingers wide, hands to the earth, shoulder distance apart. Palms are flat. Lift a little bit higher so you're on your triceps. Bend the elbows like in chaturanga, and like a teeter-totter, the head comes down toward earth. Squeeze the inner thighs together here. And then we'll all release. Release the twist and make your way to a forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale to step the left foot back. Low lunge. Airplane the arms. Really lift that back heel and rise into crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Arms to the sky. Back leg is firm and strong. Inhale to reach a little taller. Exhale, high twist to the right. Right arm reaches back, left arm forward. Sink into the pose. Lift that back heel a little bit higher. Inhale, return to crescent lunge. Exhale, open up. Warrior two. Side angle pose, reach forward. Release that right hand inside of the front ankle, maybe to a block. Left arm reaches tall, stretch out the collarbones. And then we'll open up the shoulder. Take the half bind, flip the palm first, and then bring that hand behind the back. You might work your palm, your fingertips all the way over to the right thigh. Turning the sternum toward the sky, just opening up the shoulder and the lung. Release the bind. Hand reaches for the sky. Rise up, warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Turn the toes. Prasarita, hands come to the hips. Gaze goes up. Draw the belly in. Lift the pelvic floor toward the lowest rib. And then hinge forward, releasing the hands underneath the head, maybe widening the stance as you shift the weight into the balls of the feet. You know, I've said it before, I could hang out here all day. We'll come to tall arms. Walk the hands to the front of the mat. Revolve triangle. So it's warrior one, feet. Straighten the front leg. Bring that block to the outside of your right foot. Left hand comes to the block. Right hand comes to the hip. Turn the torso. So you're turning your heart to the right. Stay right here. Working with the twist, elongating the neck and the spine, or maybe you also reach that right hand to the sky. Now imagine you're pressing that hand into a wall to help you twist a little bit deeper. Deeper does not have to mean further. It doesn't mean that you need to twist more. It just means that you need to feel that stretch, that twist. Most of us are definitely feeling it. Release the hand to the earth. Step your left foot forward and come into a yogi squat variation. We'll lift the heels, release the butt toward the heels. Arms reach forward as the knees open wide. And we'll walk our hands back for a forward fold, lifting hips, releasing crown of the head. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, plant the hands, stepping it back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take a deep breath in and a slow breath out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, knee to left tricep, lower it to the wrist. Lift to the tricep, send it high. Exhale, knee to nose. Lower the knee to the mat, lift it to the chest, send it high. Exhale, knee to right tricep, lower it to the wrist, lift, send it high. Exhale, draw that knee forward, step it forward, spin the back foot flat, rise up warrior one. So there's about a 45-degree angle in that back foot. Typically we square off the torso. Maybe you're drawing the left hip back a little bit, or maybe you have a bit of an angle. Again, your body, your variation. Straighten that front leg. Step the back foot in. Knuckles come together behind you. Gaze goes up. Open up the elbows. Exhale, hinge forward halfway. Feel the hips pushing back as the face and the crown of the head reach forward. And then lower to your degree for pyramid pose. On an inhale, lift halfway, flat back, airplane the arms. You've got this. Bend the front knee and come into a full airplane, pushing the earth away as you lift that right leg. Let your gaze be strong and steady on one spot. Make your way to one-legged mountain with that right knee drawn in toward the chest. Left hand comes to that knee. Right arm reaches behind you for the twist. Keeping your gaze on the horizon. You might be able to look back. On an inhale, come to Tadasana, releasing the foot to the earth. Arms reach to the sky. And then exhale as you sink into chair pose. The left hand comes to the hip. Inhale, lengthen out the right side body. Exhale, twist to the left. Elbow outside the thigh, palms come together. Elbows up to the sky as the gaze perhaps follows. And I'm going to turn to you here. Stay right here in this twist. Or try side crow on this side. This is a side crow variation with both elbows in contact with the side of the leg. So release the bum toward the lifted heels. And then palms come apart. Left elbow outside of the left hip. Right elbow a little bit deeper outside of the thigh. Palms come to the earth, fingers spread wide. Lift the hips a little bit higher. Bend the elbows. Let the head release toward the earth as the legs lift. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Wherever you are, make your way out of it and come into a forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, plant the hands and step that right foot back. Low lunge. Airplane the arms. And on an inhale, push down into the left heel as you rise into Vinyassa, crescent lunge. Notice that right leg. See if you can lift that thigh toward the sky. Inhale, arms reach taller. Exhale, high twist to the left. Back heel might lift a little bit higher. Inhale, return to crescent lunge. Exhale to open up, warrior two. Side angle pose here. Shift the rib cage forward to lengthen out the side body and then release into side angle. Right arm reaches taller. Stretch out the armpit. Flip the palm. Bring the hand behind the back. to focus on opening up the shoulder, the collarbones. Neck remains long. Release the bind, arm reaches to the sky. Rise up, warrior two. Straighten the front leg, turn the toes. Interlace the fingers behind the back, push the knuckles down as the gaze goes up. Exhale to hinge into a prasarita here. Maybe the knuckles stay at the low back, or you reach them up to the sky. Hands release to the earth. Come to tall arms. Walk the hands to the front of the mat, turning the toes. Maybe the back foot steps in a little bit here for our revolved triangle. Using that block on the outside of the left foot. You don't have to have a block. You can always bring your hand to your shin as well. Left hand comes to the hip, right hand to the block or the shin, or you can actually set it down on the outside of your foot. So remember, we're lengthening the spine here, sending the hips back, turning the right lung to the left, and then maybe reaching the left arm tall. If you smile, no one will know how uncomfortable you are. Top hand releases. Step that right foot forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, stepping it back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Come to the knees. And we're going to do a little headstand prep. So I know some people immediately are like, done. Really, I'd love for you to give it a try. Home practice is a great place to try this out. Just make sure you don't have anything in front of you in case you would roll out of it. Notice I said roll out of it, not fall out of it. But also know that you can stay in dolphin and you don't ever have to actually lift into your headstand. So come down onto the forearms. Make sure that your elbows are only underneath your shoulders, no wider than that. And then clasp the hands together in front of you. From here, shoulder blades round, push up to the sky. Bring the rounded part of your skull into the hands and push forward. Don't push down into the earth with your head. Push forward into your hands. You'll push down into your elbows. Tuck the toes under and lift the hips. So this is a great place to stay. You are strengthening your shoulders here. You're elongating the spine. Push forward into the hands and down into the elbows. If you want to give headstand a try, walk the feet toward your face. Keep walking them. Eventually your hips will be over your shoulders. You'll lift one leg and maybe lift the other leg. You can try which leg you want to lift first, or you can stay right with the feet on the earth and the hips lifted. Keep playing around here. Or maybe you have gone into child's pose, rabbit's pose, which is where we will all meet in 5 more cycles of breath. Shoulder blades are pushing forward. Slowly release it down and make your way to a rabbit's pose. Very similar to child's pose, except the hands are reaching back. Forehead to a block, forehead to the earth. So a little bit of tingling in the back of the neck along that spine, little bit is pretty normal. A lot of tingling or tension there means that you were likely compressing by pushing your head down. Remember, you wanted to push that skull into the hands. The only thing pushing down is the forearms and the elbows. Rising up, just shift your hips over so that you can come onto your seat. And we'll start here with cobbler's pose. Soles of the feet come together, knees butterfly open. Hands to the feet. Lift the head a little bit taller. And then on an exhale, hinge forward with a nice straight spine. You might not hinge very far. It's all good. You're just opening up the inner thighs, the groin here. Lengthening out the low back. Slowly make your way back up and come on to your back. We'll take a bridge pose here. So tuck the shoulders right away, and then you want your heels right underneath the knees. You'll feel a nice lengthening of the low back if your feet are in the right spot. Bend the elbows, robot the arms. Lift the pelvic floor, so you're tilting the pelvis up, pushing the low back down, and then lifting the hips as you push into the feet, into the upper arms. Tuck the shoulders even more. Your bridge pose works those glutes, the thighs, lengthens out the back. Slowly lower it back down to the earth. Separate the feet to the outer edges of the mat and just windshield wiper to the right one time. Bring the knees to center and to the left. Bring the knees to center. Feet come back in just hip distance apart. We'll set up another bridge pose, working our way to wheel if you so choose. So robot the arms, tuck the shoulders under. Lengthen out the low back by tilting the pelvic floor up. Lift the hips. Bridge pose. If you're coming into a wheel, the hands come behind the shoulders, but they're more in line with the ears so that the elbows are directly over the wrists, maximizing the strength of your arms. Push down into the hands to lift up. Lift the chest high. Your feet might be a little bit wider in wheel than in a bridge pose. See if you can stay in bridge or wheel for 4 more cycles of breath. And slowly lower it down. Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet come together, knees butterfly open. We'll goal post the arms on the earth or take one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. Let the body sink in. Release any tension in the face and in the jaw. Let go of any thoughts that start creeping into the mind. and choose to listen to your breath, that life-giving force. Draw the knees together. Separate the feet to the outer edges of the mat. Allow the knees to release over to the right. Perhaps you bring that right foot on top of the left leg and you allow it to pull down a little bit. It's just an option, just a variation. Release that side, knees come back up to center. Feet are still at the outer edges of the mat. Knees release over to the left. Same option on this side, but your body might be different. So make sure that you listen to your body. Release, draw the knees up, and then into the chest, giving yourself a squeeze. Release the sole of the left foot to the earth. Cross that right ankle over the left thigh. Push that right knee forward. And then reach on through, grabbing behind the left thigh, pulling it towards the body for a figure four. It's a supine half pigeon here. Some people like to reach for the top of their shin. You might find a different or a deeper stretch there. And then we'll release the sole of the left foot back down on the earth. Right leg reaches up to the sky. Right arm out to a T. Left hand reaches for the outside of the leg. Pull that leg across the body, but keep the hips on the earth. You'll feel a stretch along the IT band, which connects right behind the knee and works its way on the outside of the thigh down to the hip. It doesn't take much to stretch it. You might only move your leg an inch or two to the left. Draw that leg back up to center. Left leg goes long. Reach for the sole of your right foot for a half happy baby as you bend the knee. That leg comes along the side of the rib cage. Release that side. Sole of the right foot comes to the earth. Cross the left ankle over that right thigh. Push that left knee forward. Reach through for your figure four on this side. Maybe you try grabbing for the shin instead of the back of the thigh. It's really up to you. Release the sole of the foot back down to the earth. Left leg stretches up to the sky. Left arm out to the side. Right hand reaches for the outside of the leg. Keep the hips rooted down. And then stretch or just pull that right or left leg rather over to the right. Notice if you lifted your hip at all, release it back down. Bring that leg back to center. Right leg goes long. As you bend the knee, reach the hands for the sole of the foot. Half happy baby. Release. Send the leg long. Full body stretch. Walk the arms over to the right and the legs over to the left or right. Banana asana here. I like to cross my left ankle over the right and reach the right hand for the left wrist. Inhale to come back to center, full body stretch. And then walk the arms over to the left and the legs over to the left. Same thing here. Right ankle can cross over the left, right. Or left hand reaches for the right wrist. Inhale to come back to center. Take a full body stretch. Roll to your right. Using your arm as a pillow. Take a few moments here. And then keeping your eyes closed, your attention drawn inward, make your way to Sukhasana, a cross-legged seated pose. You can also complete this practice in Shavasana, but just to change it up, I figured we'd return to how we began, coming to a seated meditation. Eyes are closed, shoulders soft, elbows release. Flip the palms up, and we'll bring that ring finger to the thumb. Take a deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more cycles of breath. Inhale your thumbs to third eye center. May you think kind and loving thoughts. Thumbs to the lips. May you speak words of kindness. Thumbs to heart center. May your actions spread love throughout our world. Drawing the thumbs back to third eye center. Bowing forward. Namaste.